I am last but not least. This is a very difficult crew to to actually go after. But I am the last presenter of the day, and I am going to walk through my presentation at a very brisk pace. Um, so, uh, my presentation today is all about um, tools for investors, for asset managers, and deal sponsors during COVID-19 and after COVID-19 and before COVID-19 to make you, more efficient and more effective at doing your job. So with that said, a little bit about Flya. Flya obviously put this event on today, which, we got to give, all of you credit. Today, some of the notable things is we had 4,000 um, 4,000 some odd registrations for today's event. We won't know on exact attendance until like a little bit later in the evening. But the attendance was fantastic. We had excellent insight from market participants, from the Federal Reserve. It was just from Preqin. Um, so the insight, the information that was talked about today is, it's part of our shared vision. And the platforms become a great source of information and education on the alternative investment industry. So, just a little bit about myself. I was always into computers. That's me. Back in the early 80s, as an Apple IIc computer. I fell in love with Steve Jobs' message at a very young age. If you can see the floppy disk drives to the right, and as somebody who came from the Northeast down to Florida, I never thought that I would become friends with the governor, current Senator Rick Scott. That's a picture of my wife, my family. But I did attend University of Miami. I thought I was going to become a doctor, so I was a biology major pre-med. Um, didn't want to leave, go back to a cold climate, went to work for UBS, and in 2005 started a macroeconomic hedge fund to short the real estate market, and that was my first experience in the private fund space. 2007 we started Flya, a group of us. In 2009 we found out that when there's a liquidity crunch, that it's hard to operate these firms without capital. So the state of Florida had a public pension plan, or has a public pension plan. It's the third largest in the nation. It has roughly $185 billion of capital, but it never allocated to our industry. So we sponsored a piece of legislation in the House and Senate, and we basically got the the governor to sign this piece of legislation, and it freed up $16 billion plus in capital to go into alternative investment fund managers. So through this process, we were able to attract some of the the brightest minds in alternative investments, like MIT's investment management company, and a $20 billion multi-strat hedge fund called Carlson Capital, run by a gentleman out of Dallas, Texas, Clint Carlson, and the Bank of Tokyo Mitsubishi, which is a very large company. So this organization that started in Florida has evolved, and it's grown to all over the world. Today we have over 7,000 members, and we have people everywhere on Earth, and the organization's growing. It's growing at a very good pace, and the people that are members, the people that are part of our organization, um, it's a very diverse group. We have never catered to only one type of asset manager or one type of investor. We've been agnostic. We're looking for good, smart people, and that's pretty much it. You saw the slide throughout the day. These are the people that make all of this possible. It's their support, their financial support, that makes these events happen. that allow us to produce the education that's on the website. This is the diversification of the organization. So at one time it was 100% hedge fund centric. Today it's a very diverse group. We have everything from sovereign wealth funds to high net worth accredited investors, and all of the items in between. We do have the state board of administrations of the world. We had, CalSTRS, CalPERS. We have public pension funds, private pension funds. So there's really, really good cross section of family offices, registered investment advisors, banks, and broker dealers. So what have we done? I'm going to show you this more than like just read off of a slide. I'm going to want to just switch quickly to our website here in a second. But just high level points, the platform handles everything from ETFs to permanent capital. People have been raising money and doing due diligence on the platform right through the pandemic. This platform was not created for COVID. It was created because people are busy and they don't have time to get on planes and leave their families and leave their work responsibilities to go check out maybe a good investment opportunity. So instead of wasting that time, we created the tools, we created the processes and procedures so that people don't have to leave to find good ideas and find out whether it's worth an on-site visit or not. Handles liquid and illiquid. So on the left-hand side is an example of our marketplace listing. On the right-hand side is our educational webcasts, which you've been on all day today. We built a marketplace. We have a wide range of events, both past and coming up. Here's a sample of our digital webcasts. So I'm going to take you to the site really quick. Just give me 1 second here as I switch to the site. So here's the site. Over here is upcoming webcasts. As you can tell, you've seen some of these today. Tomorrow we'll refresh everything on the site. Here's today's event. If you want to register for the upcoming event on the 19th or December 17th, you just click over here. Here's our listing of marketplace products. So I'll show you the marketplace in 1 second. Our on-demand hub, where we take all of the sessions, we do the editing. We link the members to the marketplace. We provide a place to book meetings with the speakers today, and we have a download so that you can download their presentations. And I'll show you that in 1 second. Here's our on-demand educational webcasts. Again, ETF, emerging markets, technology, internet companies, distressed hotel opportunities, Bitcoin mining, multifamily, alternative credit. This is more of a service provider that provides market intelligence and tools to monitor and to quantify risk. Office in the Midwest, specialty storage, a crypto trading fund, global emerging market bonds, hard money lending, another ETF. It's a buy right strategy, specialty finance. So you see the diversity. And then I'm going to take you here because this will be ready Monday of next week. So we take this event, we slice it down into its panels and its keynotes. We put a way to get a hold of the speakers, to book an appointment with them, to visit their marketplace listings. We do the same thing with the panelists. All right. And we're making this super, super easy, for you. to basically come back and watch the presentations, get materials, check the pulse, through the market participants. So these are the recap pages. We have over 100 hours of of recordings that were live at one time, and they're on the on demand hub. So we recommend that you check this stuff out. We also have the agenda built into these pages, and you can go and do some like digging, um, in these recaps. They're all the way at the bottom of the front page if you get lost. All the data that we collect for our events is real time data. So the numbers change slightly from event to event, but you can go in here and you can see who the attendees are, what size checks they write, how do they classify themselves, what types of investments do they actually make, what sectors are they interested in. Everything that we do is also through a one-click registration once you're actually logged in. So let's take a peek at today's event. And I want to play you this quick video. Here we go. I'm going to play you this video really
When
quick.
COVID-19 first really started hitting the markets in March,
Is that a lot of people are struggling.
We are facing a trade war.
The United States is now basically the global epicenter of where the cases reside.
We went from an economy we were all familiar with to complete shutdown.
All real estate property types are affected one way or another.
Pharmacies, dollar stores, Best Buy did a ton of business, and those sales skyrocketed during the pandemic.
Is this the end of the world? Of course not.
I am the Chief Investment Officer.
I'm the chairman and founder.
I'm the managing partner.
I'm the Chief Marketing Officer.
I'm the founder and CEO.
I am managing director.
I am the founder,
treasury manager,
portfolio manager.
I'm a director.
Questions that we all get is
What's going on in market?
what's going on right now?
Is there a particular farmland that will do better than others?
Where are we today?
What is the shape of the recovery?
Why does that matter?
How can we add value? And one of the conclusions we came to is
I think opportunities come from change.
All right. So that is our video. We change it each event. We make sure to update our video, and basically, we take clips from you all and what you said during the day, and then we put it into an updated video, and we have a new one for each part of the actual series. This right here is where you can download the brochure. Inside the brochure has the agenda. It has all the sponsors. On this page, there's the agenda and all the speakers, their bios, their company, their logos. It's a very, very impressive group of people. I'm going to switch over to the marketplace here really quick. So the marketplace is all accredited investors. You have to be accredited, or you have to work for a company that you would be considered a knowledgeable employee. The exact rules and reference from the SEC, have recently been updated within the last 60 days. So, but everybody is certified accredited investor that becomes part of the organization. If you're not a certified accredited investor, it's not the right it's not the right community for you. And this isn't about elitism. It's about the rules and regulations for this industry, right? And you can come here and see a very wide variety of offerings, everything from ETFs to permanent capital structures. These people that are listed here on the platform are best of breed asset managers. Some of them are really big, others are medium size, and some are small emerging managers. We're agnostic to size, we're agnostic to duration, like the length of the track record. We're just looking for super smart people in this particular space. After this event, you will receive an email from me, it will say, please take this survey. Tell us what we did right. Tell us what we did wrong. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You're not going to hurt our feelings. We're trying to make this the best experience for you. So take the time to go into the survey, answer some very simple questions. There's just a few here for you to answer, and it helps us to make adjustments. The other type of survey that will be coming out will help us design the content for next month's event. And this is more of like, hey, what do you want to hear? Right. And you may have taken this survey in the past. We have had over 500 submissions, and that's how we've been designing the content. So we are taking in feedback, and we are adjusting the way that we show the content. And this is what your experience is: a digital strategy for both discovery of good investments and marketing of good investments. This is a digital strategy. It's a comprehensive strategy that helps you to, basically reduce the amount of time and effort that it takes to, depending on what side of the equation you're on. If you're on the asset management side, you save time by like finding investors quicker, finding people that are actually interested in your strategy that can write checks. If you're the investor, if you're the buy side of the equation, you can go into the marketplace, do your due diligence. You can come onto the platform, listen to what the market's saying, right? You can do education. You can go and explore for opportunities. We make this convenient. You don't have to travel across the country. You don't have to travel across the world. You don't even have to travel across the county. You sit wherever you are and you tune in. We have a regular, consistent, portfolio of education and opportunities listed on our platform. And, we've thought through the due diligence process. We've made it efficient. We've made it convenient for you to do your job on the platform. With COVID, it's about personal safety. But the reason we really created this was because of convenience. And you need to be a part of each and every due diligence process. So we've broken it down from the start to the finish. I started out allocating to money managers 20 years ago while I was at UBS. So I could save time and I could focus on the part of my job that was most important, which was, taking care of my clients and allocating capital out to external money managers. So this platform supports both the private fund people and the investors into private funds. If you want a demo of the platform, depending on which side you're coming from, whether it's a buy side or sell side, I'm happy to either do it myself with you or set you up with some time for somebody from my team to walk you through how to use the platform. But it's very powerful, and we're going to continue to build out functionality, features. I also would like to know your feedback and how you'd like to see it change. And if some of these suggestions make sense, I'm happy to develop that. With that said, Rain, I am going to turn it over to you for closing remarks.
Thank you, Michael. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the Flyer Real Estate Direct Lending and Private Debt Forum Part 7. Keep in mind that Part 8 is coming up on November the 19th and Part 9 is on December the 17th. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, Nationwide, Preqin, Boomerang Capital, S&P Global Market Intelligence, Safe Harbor Equity, the Mortgage Office, Harvest Volatility Management, Millennium Trust, Apex One Investment Partners, Intrust Global, Off the Chain Capital, Clarion Asset Management, and Linkvest Capital for making this event possible today. We'd also like to thank our panelists for providing their expertise and commentary. As usual, we had experts providing tremendous insight on the topic today. We hope you've enjoyed the day and have a good evening, and we hope to see you at our next event.